Hello once again. Since I dropped Final Fantasy playthrough due to the fact that it's a long, slow type of game and it's very linear, so it would have been really boring, I decided I'd replace it with Mass Effect 2. Mass Effect series is fairly good, and you may be going, well, you're starting from Mass Effect 2. Yes, I am. But I have the graphic novel installed that lets me make all the decisions from Mass Effect 1 in a lot less time than actually having to play the first one. Because I remember I did play the first one after I played the second one, and I did this on PC, and I got annihilated by everything. And it didn't feel like it saved a lot. Okay. Mail. Because we're a guy. Last time I checked. Do a Google search. So, if for those of you that liked the Final Fantasy series, I'm sorry. I will still do it in a different capacity. It might just be background video though for another video, for other videos such as news or review. I have to do a review on it anyway, so you will see about a 25-minute boss fight or so, a compilation of boss fights or just regular fights or something. Okay. Normal combat difficulty, auto level up, off, subtitles definitely. Auto save. Okay, we're all groovy. Electronic Arts presents. I've had a lot of coffee and Mountain Dew. BioWare production. And it's late at night, which is the best time to record. Shiny.
Shepard did everything right. More than we could have hoped for.
Commander Shepard uncovered the truth.
And still, it's not
Swedish Australian voice actor.
We're at war. No one wants to admit it, but humanity is under attack.
But they're sending him to fight Geth.
What's wrong with Geth?
We both know they're not the real threat. The Reapers are still out there.
And it's up to us to stop them.
The Council will never trust Cerberus. They'll never accept our help, even after everything humanity has accomplished. But Shepard, they'll follow him. He's a hero, a bloody icon. But he's just one man. If we lose Shepard, humanity might well follow.
One man has started a revolution before.
Then see to it that we don't lose him.
It's really creepy, his eyes. In 2183, the heart of the galactic is too much to read. Too fast. Starship Normandy to wipe out the remaining Geth resistance. That was perfect timing. Just putting it out there. The SSS SR-1 Normandy. Let's do this.
Disengaging FTL drives. Emission sinks active. Board is green. We are running silent.
We're wasting our time. 4 days searching up and down this sector, and we haven't found any sign of Geth activity.
Oh well.
3 ships went missing here in the past month. Something happened to them.
My money's on slavers. The Terminus system is crawling with them.
Picking up something on the long-range scanner. Unidentified vessel. Looks like a cruiser.
Can we shoot at it?
Doesn't match any known signatures.
Cruiser is changing course. Now on intercept
Coming in.
trajectory.
Can't be. Stealth systems are engaged. There's no way a Geth ship could possibly...
It's not the Geth. Brace for evasive maneuvers!
Oh dear, I just had lunch. Or dinner. Whatever. We're in space. Time doesn't matter. I just realized you can have an ice cream every day in space. Think about it.
Multiple hull breaches! Weapons offline! Somebody get that fire out!
Everyone's behind you is dead. I'm more concerned about giants.
Shepard!
Distress beacon is ready for launch.
Will the Alliance get here in time?
We'll play it calm. Calm, oh calm.
The Alliance won't abandon us. We just need to hold on. Get everyone onto the escape shuttle.
Joker's
go.
still in the cockpit. He won't evacuate. I'm not leaving either.
There's no time to argue.
I need you to get the crew onto the evac shuttles. I'll take care of Joker.
Ooh,
Shepard!
Liara, go. Now.
Aye, aye.
do it, do it. That's good. Smart thinking.
Everybody in! Go, go, go!
Oh, she's dead. She ain't dead, she's crawling. 3, 2, fire! Sir, I believe we missed a number. Eh. Details, details. If we count down specifically, the enemy knows we're about to fight, but if we fire on 2, yeah, messes with their mind. Nope. Can someone turn the air conditioning on? It's really hot in here. But it doesn't make sense. On the side of the ship it says SR. What is this other S and the V? Just taking a leisurely stroll. Oh, would you look? A planet. La di di da 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 da. Excuse me, chair. Out of the way. Move. Move. Come on. Up. Chair in the face. Chair in the face. Let's go. Keep going. Interesting. Let's talk.
Come on, Joker. We have to get out
Let's
of
go.
here.
No, I won't abandon the Normandy. I can still
Have you
save
looked
her.
around?
The Normandy's lost. Going down with the ship won't change that.
Yeah, okay. Help me up. They're coming around for another attack.
Oh, this ain't good. It's like a giant floating space cannon of doom. You know that weight reduction package you wanted for the Normandy? Well, it's arrived. We've lost half the ship's weight. It's really effective. What you should know. Oh. No, I can't die. I'm the hero. I can't kill the hero. That doesn't make any sense. Ooh. One thing that always blows my mind with space cutscenes is the last time I checked, fires need oxygen to burn. I might be wrong about that. I'm just saying, you gotta think about that. Then again, I haven't gone up to space and tried to light a campfire. It's on my to-do list. It's on my to-do list. Maybe we could launch napalm up into space. That we're doing that. Someone find me napalm. Okay. Mass Effect Genesis interactive backstory comic.
Just another routine mission. Why do they always say that before a mission? Of course it's routine. You haven't done anything yet.
Harder.
It's everything that happens along the way. The choices you make, the paths you choose, that turn the routine into anything but. Of course, that's how it started. A routine mission, answering a distress call. And look where that got me.
Yep.
We were testing out the Normandy, Captain Anderson's new ship, when the distress call came in. An Alliance patrol on Eden Prime had been attacked. They'd seen something they couldn't explain. And whatever it was
massive.
It was massive. I hit the ground with my lieutenant, Caden Olenko. A good kid, loyal, by the book, with a talent for biotics. We came across the lone survivor of the patrol, Gunnery Chief Ashley Williams. A soldier to the core. Tough, disciplined, ready to take on whatever came her way.
Good on it.
Ashley joined up with us and took us to the spot where she lost her squad. That's when we saw it. The ship. Like nothing I'd ever seen.
Looks like
It was
shellfish.
massive, scorching the colony and everything around it as it blasted away. We followed the path of destruction to an artifact, a beacon left by a long-dead race called the Protheans. The colony had dug it up, and whoever attacked them had tried to take it. Chief Williams made the mistake of getting too close. It hit her with some type of energy. I grabbed her and threw her out of the way. That's when it hit me. Hard. Every muscle in my body went rigid. I couldn't move, could barely breathe. Everything went black. And then I saw something. A vision. Dream. A
That's
nightmare.
deep, man.
By the time I woke up, we were halfway to the Citadel on our way to meet the Council. I was expected to explain what I'd
How
seen.
do they know that you've seen?
Anderson came along. So did Adina, our political representative on the Citadel. With those two heavyweights, it seemed reasonable we could persuade the Council that the ship we'd seen was a potential threat. As was the individual behind the attack.
Which was who?
The main suspect for the Eden Prime massacre was a Turian Spectre named Saren. He'd been seen by one of the survivors from the colony at Eden Prime, and there was some evidence to suggest that the ship was connected to Saren. But even Adina's pointed accusations weren't enough to convince the Council.
Very angry face.
They just couldn't believe one of their chosen elite Spectres could be guilty of something like that. They needed proof, which meant I needed proof. Fortunately, I wasn't alone in my search. Garrus, another Turian, wanted to help. A top agent for Citadel Security. Despite orders from his superiors that he shouldn't get involved, he told me he was suspicious of Saren, and he had some useful leads. More importantly, he was willing to share.
Good on him.
That led me to Rex, the biggest, nastiest-looking Krogan bounty hunter I'd ever seen. He turned out to be more than just a brute. It was his intel that led to a fugitive with incriminating evidence on Saren. The fugitive turned out to be an energetic little Quarian named Tally. A tech expert with a knack for hacking, she'd procured some information on Saren. Evidence that proved Saren was dirty. Tally's evidence proved that Saren was responsible for the massacre on Eden Prime, and that the immense warship we'd spotted was in fact Saren's flagship.
Ooh.
But it went much further.
Much further.
Saren was trying to find a way to bring back a race of sentient machines from dark space. Machines allegedly responsible for cleansing the galaxy of all organic life. These Reapers were blamed for wiping out all life 50,000 years ago, including the Protheans, then disappearing back through the mass relays to dark space, leaving no trace they'd ever been. That explained why Saren was after the beacon, and it made some sense out of my visions. But not much else. We couldn't convince the Council that the Reapers were a threat, but they agreed Saren had to be stopped. They stripped him of his Spectre status and gave me the honor of becoming the first human Spectre.
Oh, this is interesting.
My first task? Bring down Saren. Anderson decided to stay behind, giving up his ship, the Normandy. He told me I would need it more than he would. He also pointed me in a direction. Liara, a Prothean expert, adept in biotics, and maybe most importantly, daughter of Benezia, Saren's top lieutenant. And like most Asari, as beautiful as she is intelligent, and born with a unique ability to meld with other species.
Beauty is in the eye of the
Liara was able to help me decipher some of the vision the beacon had given me. Nothing concrete, but it gave me some clues. And a new appreciation for the Asari. Her technique for accessing my vision was unexpected. but not at all
Just
unpleasant.
don't think dirty thoughts will lead.
Ashley was a little concerned about the connection I shared with Liara. As commander, I knew either relationship had the potential to interfere with the mission.
The mission comes first.
I decided discretion was the better part of valor, and kept my focus on our goal, finding Saren.
Indeed.
Thanks to Liara's help, we had our next lead, Benezia. Saren had taken her to Novarian, where he'd enslaved a dangerous race of insect-like creatures, the Rachni. He ordered Benezia to use the same technique Liara had used on me to extract information from the Rachni Queen. The Queen's drones were everywhere, and they weren't happy. We had to fight through hundreds of them to get to Benezia. By the time we arrived, Saren was gone. With the
That's never
information.
good.
I tried to reason with Benezia, but Saren had indoctrinated her. He had somehow acquired the ability to control people's actions and wills. Benezia wouldn't surrender, and Liara was forced to watch her mother die in her arms. And I was left with an angry, dangerous Rachni Queen to deal with. She claimed her drones would do no harm if I released her. But the Rachni had terrorized the galaxy before.
Let's save it.
I couldn't do it. I wouldn't doom an entire species for past sins. And the Queen was true to her word. She left and took her army of drones with her. With Saren's top lieutenant dead, he was quickly running out of time and places to hide. I tracked him down at his base on Vermeer, but we soon learned it was more than a base of operations. It was a breeding ground.
Come again.
Saren was breeding an army of Krogan. He'd found a cure for the genophage, a disease inflicted on the Krogan to prevent them from breeding and taking over the galaxy. But the Krogan Saren was breeding were slaves, mindless beasts that obeyed Saren's will. I had to destroy the base, and all its research. Rex disagreed. Violently.
His face got short.
Rex wanted the genophage cure for his people. I tried to convince him to help me destroy it, that these Krogan weren't real. But he wouldn't back down.
Save him, he's a friend. You don't kill friends.
Fortunately, Rex is smarter than he looks. He realized this wasn't the way to help his people, and that Saren was the real threat. When we finally got to the center of the base, I realized just how close Saren was to completing his plan.
Which is what?
He was already in communication with the Reapers. Sovereign, Saren's flagship we'd all assumed was just a ship, was a Reaper.
What the what?
It spoke to me, threatened me. I could feel the menace it had for every living thing. It wanted me dead. It wanted us all dead. And I knew it was capable of doing just that. What I couldn't understand was why Saren would help it. But there was no time to think about it. Sovereign knew
Because
where we
he's
were.
a
We had to destroy the base and get the hell out.
maniac.
I split up my team in 2 squads, sending Ash with one and Caden with the other as a distraction. We had a nuke, and we planned to use it. Before we could detonate the bomb, Saren showed up. We fought. I stalled him to make time for my team. And in talking to him, I realized the truth. It wasn't Saren who was indoctrinating everyone. It was Sovereign.
What?
The Reaper. And Saren was in deeper than all of them. He tried to convince me he was still in control. Said he found a way to reduce the Reaper's influence, but he was kidding himself. Or believing the lies Sovereign was telling him. Before I could convince him to stop, he ran, leaving me just seconds to extract my squad mates. I tried, but I wasn't fast enough. I could only save one of them.
Tough decision. Close my eyes and go.
Caden was a good man, and a great
Bah.
soldier. But I had to choose, and I chose Ash. That was the last time Saren would slip away from me. I knew then, the next time
Seemed
we
like a
met,
good idea at the time.
one of us would die. With my team mostly intact, we chased Saren and his army to Ilos, a long-lost planet that had once belonged to the Protheans. As we prepared for what we knew would be a desperate fight, I spoke to my crew. We were just one ship, against Saren's growing army. I assured them all that despite the odds, we could defeat it.
Yara has an intelligent look on
I'd
her
never
face.
tell anyone, but I had my doubts. Leaving Caden behind had hardened my resolve, but revealed a soft spot in my defenses. How many more friends and allies would I be willing to sacrifice in order to stop Saren?
Didn't really have much
We
of a
arrived
choice.
on Ilos, close behind Saren. Once on the planet, we discovered a Prothean databank that helped me put the final pieces of my vision together. The Reapers had come 50,000 years ago, and every 50,000 years before that, each time purging the galaxy of life. The Protheans had fought and died, like every species before them. But a few survived long enough to leave a parting gift. The Protheans had discovered that the Citadel was the key to controlling the mass relays. By sabotaging the Citadel, they found a way to close the relays to dark space, slowing the Reapers' return, giving us the time we needed to find a solution to stop the Reapers once and for all. Saren knew this. He was leading his army to take control of the Citadel and re-establish the relays to dark space, bringing the waiting Reapers here to destroy us all. We followed him to the Citadel. It was intact, but heavily damaged. He had caught the Council fleets by surprise, and they were only now regrouping. And with Sovereign as his flagship, there was little hope the fleets could counterattack with enough strength to take back the Citadel. But Saren was done running, and I was done chasing him. As the Alliance and Citadel fleets battled Saren's army outside, I cornered the Turian bastard in the Citadel tower and confronted him. He died believing that the Reapers would save him. As I fought to regain control of the Citadel, the Council's flagship, the Destiny Ascension, fell under attack. Despite Saren's death, Sovereign and Saren's army continued to fight. The Council was aboard the Destiny Ascension, and they were requesting assistance. But I knew in order to help them, I would have to put our human Alliance fleet in jeopardy.
You gotta save the Council.
The Council had to be saved. They represented the hearts and minds of the galactic community. Without them, the fleets would be in disarray. Even with the Citadel back in my control, Saren defeated, and the Normandy leading the combined galactic fleet, the battle against Sovereign, a single Reaper, was relentless. It took the combined fleets of humanity and the other races, but in the end, Sovereign fell. But the costs were immense. While humanity's efforts in the war earned us our first seat on the Council, it was a hollow victory. The Reapers were still out there. I knew the fight was far from over, but as the one who'd led the fight against Saren, I was given new responsibilities. The choice of humanity's first counselor was left for me to decide. On the one hand, Udina, the lifetime politician. Ruthless and ambitious, he would easily navigate the political landmines that would soon be put in front of him. The other choice, Captain Anderson, the career soldier. Tough but fair, but a friend, and someone I could trust. Both great leaders in their own right.
Yeah, but I prefer to have someone I can trust, so Anderson.
Anderson didn't want the job, which was a sure sign he'd be perfect for it. No ambition to get in the way. The war was over. The threat had passed. In time, the Council would rebuild itself. The Citadel could be repaired. Even the pain of lost friends would fade. But none of that mattered if the Reapers were still out there. And if they were all as powerful as Sovereign, we had to find a way to stop them.
We had to.
I had to find a way.
Then let's do this.
I gathered my crew, took my ship, and went in search of answers. Officially, the Council would only say I was assigned to cleanup duty, rooting out any remnants of Saren's army.
Just a routine mission.
Just another routine mission.
Commander Shepard has been recovered.
Did someone order
The Lazarus Project.
Shepard extra crispy? Did I get hit by a truck or something? Then again, I suppose falling for that boat will do that too. Even though if you watched 5, no, that when you get drifting through space, you just float. You don't go to the nearest one. We all learned that from 5. It's true. Maybe they're gonna make me smarter as well. All these numbers are confusing. Okay. Enter first name. Oh, achievement. And then followed by keyboard lag. Yay. Okay, do custom. We'll just do default appearance. Do soldier. Military. Do military. War hero. Yep, that. Confirm. Wow, this is going to be a long episode, and I was in an explosion. That's the highlight of this. And we went through how everything's just a routine mission. Nothing's ever routine.
On the monitor, something's wrong.
He's reacting to outside stimuli, showing an awareness of his surroundings. My God, Miranda, I think he's waking up.
Damn it, Wilson. He's not ready yet. Give him the sedative.
Yes, give me the sedative.
Shepard, don't try to move. Just lie still. Try to stay calm.
Heart rate's still climbing. Brain activity is off the charts. Stats pushing into the red zone. It's not working.
Another dose. Now.
Don't drug me up, doctor. Drug me up.
Heart rate dropping. Stats falling back into normal range. That was too close. We almost lost him.
I told you your estimates were off. Run the numbers again.
Well, I'm gonna go back to sleep now. Night night.
Wake up, Commander. Shepard, do you hear me? Get out of that bed now. This facility is under attack.
5 more minutes.
Shepard, your scars aren't healed, but I need you to get moving. This facility is under attack. There's a pistol in the locker on the other side of the room. Hurry!
Hang on, I've got a couple of broken ribs.
Grab the pistol and armor from the locker. You don't have time to wait around, Shepard. Grab your weapon and armor.
This pistol doesn't have a thermal clip.
Okay.
It's a med bay. We'll get you a clip from... Damn it! Those can't... Keep your head down, Shepard. Shield yourself from the blast.
Okay. Well, until next time,
Someone's hacking security trying
stay
to kill you.
groovy.